Artist development is a complex word because it could mean many things, but what it basically is finding talent and spending the time with that talent to mature their sound, to nurture the art, to find their path, to find their sound, develop their style, improve their skills, and taking all the necessary steps into becoming a professional in the industry. Record labels used to do that, but they don't do that anymore. They used to spend years working on artists based on potential, but not anymore. Why? Because it's a gamble. There's no money in it. You're better off finding an artist that already is doing something out there and he's been working or she's been working hard, and they just sign it, and it's easier than spending time on development, something that might not eventuate. So most of that work is now left in the hands of the artist. But how do you do that without the guidance and mentoring of professionals that will not only give you advice, but they will actually get involved in your development and take you through those complexities of finding all these other things that just go beyond playing or performing. You need to understand one thing: artist development existed since the beginning of art. Great artists would be mentored by other great artists themselves to improve and become great. Look at Botticelli and Michelangelo, the famous Renaissance painters. They would be mentored by Lorenzo de' Medici, and they would improve their skills until they became great, and so on, and you pass on the torch. But development now comes from many different mentors, many different professionals. And this applies to everyone, not just pop artists like your Beyoncés or Michael Jacksons, who spend years developing. They started very young, developing not only their skills as singers and performers, they also developed their approach to music, their knowledge of being a great showman, managing the stage, doing all these different things. You would actually be surprised to know how many great bands or indie acts have gone through artist development that you wouldn't imagine they had. Guns N' Roses, the Eagles, Lord, Radiohead, the Beatles. Think about this: you're an artist and you're about to release or invest in a large production. It could be your music, it could be a show, it could be anything. Who do you work with? Which songs do you record and what do you release? Which one's your first single? Which promotion strategy do you use? How do you make sure that, or at least try to make sure, that investment is going to be the best it can be? What's the plan? And artists don't have a plan. Artist development will do that for you. You spend time with the artists, guiding them and mentoring them through the different aspects of the music business. You make your project a reality and appealing to media, to label, and most importantly, to the fans. As an artist manager and a talent scout, I've worked with amazing vocal coaches, great dance instructors, acting coaches, music teachers, but I never found a space where the artist could work on developing and be taught and mentored into becoming an artist, a true artist. There were talented singers, there were talented dancers, but not artists, not yet. So they didn't know what to do, they didn't know where to go, so we decided to do something about it. The Firespark development program is just the beginning of something bigger. The idea is to offer young artists with talent the opportunity to develop, find guidance, and work different aspects of their career beyond just singing or dancing or playing. Is actually everything else. The program is not a vocal school, the program is not a dance school.
It's not a music school. We in fact work in alliance with all these different schools
to make sure that the artist gets to the next step. They progress to the next level and they can actually start building a career. Whether you're a DJ, a band, a singer, songwriter, a producer, it doesn't matter. Artist development applies to everyone. We help you find your niche, find your style, prepare your product, be ready to go out to market, have a true relevant impact in the market when you finally decide to come out, because you need to make it count. Artist development also helps you plan and invest wisely. What's the best way to produce? What's the best way to create your album? To get more fan engagement? It takes time, it's not a magic pill, and it requires a lot of hard work and dedication. But if you're willing to do it and you have the right people mentoring you and guiding you, it's all going to come together and you're actually going to see better results and a longevity in your career rather than this one big explosion of exposure and then everything falls down and disappears. I think the strongest thing about the artist development program is that we don't do it for you. We teach you how to do it yourself, and that is the most valuable thing about it, because artists need to take power, they need to take control of their career and stop expecting things to happen just because of luck and miracles. You actually need to be proactive, and that's what the new technologies and the new market and the new music industry is really pushing towards. People that are driven, people that create their own art. So it's actually rewarding and it's exciting to see these things happening, because only the true artists are the ones that are going to start bubbling up, and those that work hard and those that create something, whether it's something ephemeral, whether it's something a bit funny, or it's something serious, it's gonna come up, and that's how you're gonna become relevant, by having something that people love to watch or hear or connect to. That really gives power to the artist. That empowers the artist to create a career rather than expecting people to do things for you. We're looking for all artists, bands, producers, DJs, songwriters, performers, talent in general. But most of all, the most important thing is drive. You need to have that fire, you need to have that drive to push you through, to come above the rest. People who have great talent is important, but most of all, people who really want to make it work, who really want to create something that's bigger than themselves and willing to work really hard for it. That's what the world needs. Great, true talent.